We have the same concept in all programming languages. Same concept, same syntax, everything. But we have small changes in syntax. So before going to start the definition of function, so I just want to give you a clarity. There is a close relationship between programming functions and real-time functions. So what is real-time functions? Real-time events, programming functions. Please carefully listen here. There is very close relationship between whatever the functions we regularly attend, those are called real-time functions. There is a close relationship between real-time functions and programming functions. If you want to organize any kind of real-time event, you need to follow three rules, right? If you want to organize any kind of real-time event, you have to follow three rules. First, you must decide what type of event you want to host. What type of event, like birthday event, saree function, marriage, reception, engagement, right? So type of event. Then you should determine the menu and the food options, the venue and the decorations, everything. So second important part, you have to decide the menu and the venue, decoration, everything, right? So after first and second step, I mean, ma'am, we can't see the screen. Okay. Now please check, everybody. I already shared the screen. Stop sharing and share it again. Now, any problem with the screen? Please raise your hand. It's visible, right? Okay, thanks for the response. So, if you want to organize real-time functions, you have to you have to follow 3 points. First one, you must decide what kind of event you want to host. And then you should finalize the menu and the food options, the venue, followed by the decoration. And once everything is planned, you can start inviting your friends and relatives. It's nothing but calling friends and relatives, right? That is the third step. Same thing in programming. If you want to write a program using functions, you need to follow the 3 main steps. The first step, creating a function. It's almost you have to create a function with a proper name. We are going to decide a type of event. Second step, uh, the first step is creating a function where you assign an appropriate name to it, because we have to give a proper name to our function. Then the second step, function definition. You can call it as function declaration also. Function definition. So where you write the main code of the function. So like important points like a menu, venue, and the decoration. Third one, calling the function, right? So here also we have a 3 different important points to organize or host a function. So in programming, if you want to use functions, you have to follow these three steps. So without deciding the event, can I decide the menu and venue decoration? No, right? Without declaring function also, you cannot create or you cannot write the code. First, you have to finish the function declaration, then function definition, then only you can call the function. So there is an important point. Can you attend a function without an invitation? No, right? The same applies in programming. If you don't call your function, it will never execute. See, we will never attend a function without an invitation. Few of you will attend, that's a different story. But basically, nobody will attend a function without invitation, right? The same thing we are going to follow in programming. If you don't call your function, it will never execute. Okay? So that's the same point in real-time functions and programming functions. But what is a function? What is the definition of a function? So function is nothing but group of code, right? Or a block of code, lines of code, anything is fine. It's in programming. What is a real-time function? Group of people, relatives, friends, group of people gathering at one place, right? So group of code writing at one particular place, block of code. So functions is a very, very important concept in real time also, in programming also. Why it's important? What is the advantage of attending real time functions? So if you attend real time functions, there are different advantages. First, you can get a chance to discuss with your friends or relatives for your career. If you want to uh, mm, do MS, you will get some better connections. And if you want to find out any kind of a job, you will get some references, right? If you want to dress up yourself, you will get some designs. So there are so many aspects um, to get benefited by attending the real-time functions. Okay, that is the advantage of attending real-time functions, and important advantage is food, right? You'll have a couple of dishes, right? So what is the advantage of what is the advantage of programming functions? So there is an important advantage, that is reusability of code. So if you write one function, you can use it as many times you want. You can just call that function. Automatically that particular code will execute. As many times you want, you can just call with a name. That's it. No need to write the main code of the function. You just call that function, automatically it will execute. That is the reusability of the code. In real time, you are going to reuse the connections, reusing your relatives and friends, right? So I hope you understand. There is a close relationship between real-time functions and programming functions. In real-time functions, if you want to host any function, you have to follow three steps. First step, you have to declare what kind of a function you want to organize or host. And the second one, after finalizing the function type, you have to decide the food and the place where you want to organize the function and the decoration, everything. And third one, after deciding everything, you have to start calling your friends and relatives. The same three steps I'm going to follow in programming functions. First one, function declaration. We can also call it as function creation of a function. Here you have to specify your function with a proper name. And the second step, you have to write entire function code within the function definition. And after creating a function definition, then calling the function. And second important point, without function calling, it will never execute. And third important, what is the advantage of functions? Reusability of code. Okay. So how many type of functions we have? Majority of us already knows that there are predefined functions and user defined functions. So what is the name of predefined? Predefined means already defined functions like your printf, scanf, main. See, each and every function will have these open and closed rounded brackets, right? So function means you have to give open and closed brackets. So what is a predefined function? So these already defined, these functions are already defined. We are going to use them whenever we want. Like I already explained power function, right, in Armstrong code. So we have a lot of functions. So these are few of them. So what is user-defined function? User-defined functions are nothing but functions which are defined by you. Okay. So whatever the function you want to write with a proper name, new function that's created by you can call it as user-defined functions. So we can use a lot of predefined functions. Uh, just a minute. Yeah. So what is a predefined function? Predefined function is nothing but which already defined by other developers. Example, main method, printf, scanf. There are so many predefined functions. So what is user-defined function? Functions which are defined by you. So I want to give you one more real-time example using predefined functions. So you already familiar with these particular functions, right? But now I want to write one simple program that is, um, have you heard about a, a friendship calculator in Instagram or Facebook? Uh, I have seen one reel. First, they will uh, mm, just there is a camera. I'm not sure if I scroll up, automatically camera will open. Uh, then some random alphabets A to Z automatically change the alphabets. After 3 to 5 seconds, one particular alphabet will appear on the screen saying that your first crush name starts with that particular letter. I'm not sure. So those all are silly apps. So you can create such apps with a very simple C language code. First, I want to write one simple code because now I'm going to explain this predefined one. I want to design one small app that is friendship calculator. So here, first I'm going to ask your name. Then I will ask enter your friend name. So after clicking enter, you will get some percentage. So percentage will always in between 1 and 100, right? So I want to print some 96 percentage or 80 percentage or 6%. You will get some random value. Okay. This is the example program of predefined functions. So let me open my code block. Yeah. So what is the first step? I have to write friendship calculator, ask your name, your friend name. Okay. So simple printf statement. Printf, my application name is friendship calculator. Next. Okay, I have to write slash n. Okay. Yeah. Next, printf. First, I have to ask your name. Enter your name. So simply I'm writing name. By reading this message, user will enter the name, right? So first, let me take two values. Mm, Name means I have to enter at least 5 to 10 alphabets, right? So I have to create an array. Just a minute. So let me create two arrays. Mm, I'll explain this. See, I'm declaring two array values, n1 and n2, name1 and name2. Each name size is 10. Yeah, now I can easily assign names. I'm not doing anything with the names here. Don't worry. So scanf percentile. I have to use S because name is nothing but a string. Why you are declaring name as a character? I'll explain it later. Just look at the screen, and I'm assigning name to N1. Same thing, printf friend name. So I'm going to assign it to the second name, that is N2. Yeah, after reading two names, so I want to print friendship percentage, right? So here I'm using, there is a method, predefined function called rand. So let me take one variable int r, random number. So I'm using, there is a method called a rand. Look at the color of a rand, that is red, right? Like a printf and a scanf. So rand method, yeah. Mm, okay. I'm not writing any kind of a code. I'm just simply call the rand method, and whatever the random number that I'm going to get, I'm assigning that to R variable, and I'm going to print your friendship system, your friendship percentage is, so R is a integer value. That's why here I mentioned modular division D, and I'm calling R. Okay, let me execute it. Yeah, there is a warning. You have to declare of a function a rand. See, you are using a rand function in your code, but you have to declare some particular header file. So without adding header file also, I'm able to execute my program. Okay, let me enter my name and my friend name. So here is a friendship percentage value. It's more than 100. Percentage in between 1 and 100, right? So let me correct my program. So if you directly call this rand method, you will get some random value. Wait a minute, what is the value? It's 18042898383. Okay, I want to execute it one more time with the different names. I'm not doing anything with the names. Is it the same number? Yes. Every time I'm getting the same number. That's the first uh, mistake. And second mistake is the number is too big. I want the friendship percentage in between 1 and 100. Okay, first let me solve that. So whatever the number I'm generating using this rand method, I have to divide it by with 100 so that I'll get 2-digit number. Okay, let me check. Yes, I got the 2-digit number, that is 83. And let me check another name. Again 83. So first problem got solved. Uh, that is in between 1 and 100. But the second problem is every time I'm getting 83, right? So that's because of, please look at the screen. So whenever I'm going to execute that particular program, here is the R memory. Rand method will generate some random value. So whatever the random value I'm generating, I'm storing that value and assigning that to my R variable, right? So initially I have this particular value. So whenever I'm going to execute my program, here I'm not doing anything with the names. Whenever I'm going to execute the program again and again, every time I have the same value in my R variable. So I'm not changing that value. So every time you have to change it. Every time you have to change it means I'm not creating this 83. Compiler is creating 83, right? So compiler every time it should generate 0. Then automatically rand method will generate a new random number. Then it will assign that random number to R variable. So I'm going to write that code. So I have to add time of a 0. Uh, If you observe, time color is also red because time is also a predefined function. So it's under srand method. Okay. Srand is also a predefined function. So now let me execute it. So many errors. First one, I have to change the semicolon. So again, so many warnings. Srand, time rand. So let me solve those warnings first. So please, everybody, try to understand. I got 3 warnings. First warning, scanf, and second, sorry, not scanf, srand and time. And third warning at rand method. So if you want to use any other functions, you have to use some header files. See, you need permission, right? See, in this program, if I want to use printf and scanf, I have to add standard input output library in my code. Without standard input output library, I can't use printf and scanf. Printf and scanf belongs to this particular library. Like that, there is a library for the time and there is a library for the rand and srand both are same. So first let me add libraries. Same. Hash include. So first, let me add library for time, that is time.h. Include. Okay. Next one, hash include. This srand, rand, all are belongs to standard input output library. Sorry, standard library, stdlib dot h. So now let me execute it. See, there is no error. There is no warning, right? So each and every predefined function will have their own libraries. Without libraries, you will get output, but you will get warning. Sometimes you will never get uh, output. So first, you have to understand the point. Each and every predefined libraries will have their own predefined header files. You have to add those header files in your code. You need permission, right, to use those functions or those methods in your code. So permission request using header file. Now let me add my name and my friend name. See the friendship percentage, it's 26, very low. It's okay. So let me try with another name. It's 4. very low. Now I'm able to change the values, right? It's 11. So you will get some random values. Okay, it's 62. So friendship percentage is not constant value, right? So here I have to explain few points. You will have a doubt, ma'am. You declared array as a character, but you assigned percentile s. You used format specifier s. That's doubt number one. And doubt number two, ma'am, you missed some ampersand over here. All right? That's doubt number two. Okay, let me clarify those doubts. And third doubt, first doubt, character doubt. Second doubt, this modular division S, missing ampersand. And third doubt, you used double mod modulo division symbols to print the friendship percentage within the string, right? So let me start executing from this main method. Within this main method, I have two arrays, N1 and N2. What is the size of each array? 10, right? So it will create two arrays, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What is the array name? N1. Character type. See, each and every block will create a space for one particular alphabet, right? So that's why I declared my array is a character, char array. I can store, for example, if whenever I'm going to enter Hema, H is a single character, E is a single character, M is a single character, A is a single character. I'm creating space for each and every character, not for the string. So what is the difference between character and string? Character is a single alphabet, right? Single alphabet. What is a string? Collection of alphabets or a collection of characters. So there is a name called Hema, for example. H is a single character, E is a single character, M is a single character, A is a single character. Comes to the string, H-E-M-A, Hema is a string, right? Here, I'm providing space for each and every character, not for the whole string. That's why I declared my array as character array. Okay. First doubt got solved. Second one. So I have to create the same thing for the second array, that is N2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Next, it's just a simple printf statement. Now I'm going to ask user enter your name. Let me enter name, right? So if you observe, am I entering data uh, one alphabet by another, or I'm entering four alphabets at a time? See, I'm entering four alphabets at a time. So it's a collection of alphabets. See, I'm not giving H, then E, then M, then A. I'm not giving my input as a character type. I'm giving as string type. So you have to declare it as string. So H here, E here, M, A. So why you missed that ampersand N1? So my compiler, uh, see, have you uh, aware of this concept? If you ever have any kind of a disadvantages, so for example, there is a disadvantage in Apple phone 13. They'll release 15 or 14 or 13 Pro, then 13 Pro Max. So they'll solve or they'll add some new feature and they'll uh, what we call, they'll release a new version, right? The same thing, if you deal with the variables, especially numbers, so we have to write the address of that particular variable. If you deal with the string values, no need to find out the address. You have to give the just name of the variable. No need to mention the ampersand symbol, because ampersand used for different purposes, like uh, uh, what we call, we have a logical and, logical or, normal and, normal or operators, right? In previous programs, we used to provide ampersand to define the address of the variable, right? But here, no need to use it in terms of strings, especially in arrays. So it's little advanced concepts or concept of variables, especially number variables. Okay, so no need to mention it. It's not mandatory. And what is the next? Yeah, uh, I have to enter the second name. So let me enter the second name. I'm done with this. So what is the use of sran and time function? What is the use of this sran and time function? So rand method will generate a new random number. That is already it's generated some 83. Every time I'm going to execute my program, I'm getting that same 83, right? Same number. Every time I'm getting the same number. So I don't want that same number. Every time I want new number. Every time rand method should generate a new random number and erase this old random number, make it a zero, and it zero should change by the new random number. So I don't want the same number. Every time my compiler should change it to zero after printing the value, then it should occupy with the new random number. So srand method will help the compiler every time after generating the random number, it will become a zero. After that, I will get a new random number from this particular line, rand modulo division of 100. So it will generate some new random number, and I'm assigning that random number to R variable, and I will get that number as my friendship percentage, right? So I hope I used two predefined functions, not two, three. What is one is srand method, time, and rand method. So this is the example of predefined functions. So what is the condition? If you want to execute this srand line, compiler will jump to, did you added this time library and standard library or not, right? So if you have a permission, automatically compiler will execute these lines. So I'm going to explain the same program again. Please try to understand. So this is the example program of predefined functions. I'm not creating any kind of a functions here. Okay. Please try to understand. So my execution will always start from the main method. So after main method, I am going to create two array values. So yesterday, I already explained what is an array, collection of similar data items, right? So collection of similar data items under a single name. So there are two array values. One is N1 and the second one is N2. So what is the memory size? 10, 10, 10 each, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Next one. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, ma'am, why you declared character? Because I want to store characters. Name is nothing but collection of strings. That's why it's not number, right? To declare integer or a float, it's a name. So I want to, ma'am, can I replace this character with a string? No, you cannot. In C language, string array type does not support. Okay, so you have to give See, what is the meaning of a character array? Character array means you have to give some alphabets. It's nothing but a string, right? So you can directly declare character type. Next, it should print friendship calculator. Next, it's printing enter your name. So I want to enter, for example, your college name, that is MREC. How many alphabets are there? 4. So what is the function of the scanf? Scanf will help you to read the value and assign it to n1 variable. Here I missed ampersand. So in terms of a string arrays, no need to write ampersand value. If you want to deal with variables, numbers, you have to assign ampersand. We are dealing with the string arrays or character type arrays, so no need to mention the address. Just you have to mention the name of the variable. So why you mentioned modular division S? Modular division S defines the format specifier of a string. What is the format specifier of character? C. It deals with only one particular alphabet, right? Only one alphabet, not with the group alphabets. So I want to store name instead of a single alphabet. That's why I used modular division S. So what is the name? MREC. Next, asking for the second name. So for example, second name John. So I'm assigning John to name 2. So next important 3 lines. So here, whenever compiler jumps to this particular line, sran time of a 0, it will jump to time package. At the same time, it will check standard library also. Yes, I added both the libraries. No problem of using these two. So whenever you are going to execute, not you, compiler, executing this particular line in the memory, it will make the previous random number to 0. Whatever the number it is, it will just erase that number. It will erase the number. Okay. So not 0, it will erase the number. Okay. So next line, int r equal to rand of modular division 100. So this formula, what is the functionality of a rand method? It will generate some random number. So it will generate some 8, 0, 4, 3, 2, 1, 6, some random numbers. So I'm modulo dividing with 100. So it will, number will print in between 1 and 100. Let's say that is 83 or 82. I'm storing that value in R variable. So here is the R variable 83. What is the just now generated random value? That is 83. Okay. So you will get that friendship value, that is 83. No problem. Again, I'm going to execute the program. So now I'm going to enter MREC college, my name, for example. So MREC college. Second name, John N. So John N. So here, this rand time of a 0. What is the main functionality of the rand time of 0? Already it has a number that is 83. The functionality of this srand time of a 0, it will just erase that number. Otherwise, you will get the same number. So I don't want that same number. I want new number. So it will generate space for the new random number. So next it will jump here. So this random method will generate a new number and I'm modulo dividing that number with 100. For example, now 16, I'm going to generate that, storing that 16 in random value, and I'm assigning that to R variable. Now R value is 16 and I'm printing that R value, that is 16. The main functionality of srand time of a 0 is it will erase the previous generated random number and create space for the new random number, so that every time you will get a new number. I'm not doing anything with these names. If you want to check, you can check without names also. Let me remove these lines. So no names, right? See, random number is 52. See, random number is 9, 94. 2, right? And not doing anything with the names. Just creating an application type, I used names. So one more point. Let me remove this srand also. So I have only 3 lines. This is also not important. Okay. See, 83. I got one number. In the memory, I have 83. See, every time I'm getting 83. Number not changing because you are not making that previous random number. You're not giving enough space for that random number. So that's why I'm using this srand method. See, srand method or srand will generate new number every time. So that is the advantage of using predefined functions. So predefined functions, no need to define the function or no need to write the code. Here I'm not writing the code for random number, right? So we are just using the main purpose of the rand method. I just want to print some random number. That's it. So next point. So what is the purpose of these two modular divisions, right? So if I make it a single one, it will consider as format specifier. See, you will get an error, not error warning. See, your friendship 43S, some value. Because it will consider it as format specifier. Format specifier means it used by the compiler, right? So I don't want format specifier. So I want to print just a modular division symbol. See, now I got the modular division symbol here. Because modular division symbol already used for format specifier. So that's why I want to print it instead of a percentage string, percentage text, I want to print a symbol. That's why I used double time. Yeah. If you want, you just note it down. And now I want to make it a complete program saying, hello, your name. I want to print your name and your friend name and your friendship percentage is. First, I want to greet the user saying, hello. Now here I want to print the first name and I want to print the second name. So here I want to add N1 and N2. Then I can directly print both the names followed by friendship percentage slash N. So let me enter Hema. See, hello Hema and Ira, your friendship percentage is 18. Again, low friendship percentage. It's okay. So I'm able to print the names also. After entering the names, I'm able to print the names. See, I told you, right? I have seen that reel saying that your crush first alphabet. Here I'm generating the random numbers in between 1 and 100. They're generating the random alphabet in between A and Z, including A and Z. So I hope I'm done with the predefined functions.